Major League Journeymen, we are back. And of course, right on time is Dax McCarty. You know who's not on time? Alan Gordon. But it is his birthday. We have brought in some very special guests, and we're going to let them in right now to chop it up. Gentlemen, get in this room.
Oh, happy birthday!
What? No way.
Happy birthday, buddy.
What?
Happy birthday, Gordo.
Let's go. This is the best thing. This is the best surprise I've ever gotten right here.
You're going to have to strike that from the record, obviously. But
Yeah,
holy
bleep that out.
You're looking handsome, dude.
I do like the reaction.
I woke up and my family didn't even mention my birthday this morning. So for you guys to do this, is a big deal for me.
Well, I just appreciate you making some time for us. You know, we're pushing the pod back like 8 hours for you, and you're still late.
Listen, dude, I got hit by a 16-year-old girl. I had to turn in my truck. It's been a day, dude. It's been a day.
Oh no.
Nice.
So,
that's a good representation of life, isn't it?
oh yeah, dude. I got my boy Bobby B right here. He picked me up. He's taking me to the office for the pod.
Sorry we're late, boys.
Hey.
Let's go.
Robert!
Let's go.
So what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about some stories, dude.
Legends
Let's
everywhere.
Let's talk about how big. Let's talk about
Martino.
Martino's going to teach us how to grow a beard. Kyle, what are you feeding that thing?
Dude, this thing is the grayest chia pet anyone ever bought.
It works, buddy. Salt and pepper's working for you.
Hey, you could probably sell that to Landon and on so you can put it on his head.
You could tape it to a sideburns.
You can't sell it to him now. He's already got one.
That's true.
Yeah, but that thing needs to come off
Dude,
soon. He
by the
does
way-
need to upgrade.
Did he buy the DJ Countess? Or what?
The DJ.
Wow, what a
Countess.
name. Blast from the past.
Hey, for the record, I think he looks great. I just want to get that off my chest. I think he looks phenomenal.
Well, he looked happy.
I think he messed
looked
messed
happy.
up, dude. He needed to go like full like mullet, like funny, like
I think he's got to keep switching it up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he's.
Yeah.
Wait, he can now pretty easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got to switch it up, dude. That would be great.
Dude, so wait,
if
hold on.
if LD's happy, we're happy.
Did any of you
He's going
guys
to do the
talk to
man
him?
bun next week. We're going to
Did
do
any of you guys talk to
for
him?
Halloween.
Are we aware of why he's so against the shaved head, that look?
He looks handsome with shaved head.
That's what I mean. We all, I felt the same way.
Got a
Like,
nice
he's a
shaped
good-looking
head.
guy.
Dan, don't be dumb, dude. He picked up $1 million to do this thing, and he plays the whole. He's playing the whole mental health, all this. He's the most clever dude in the world. He showed up to that.
Tommy's
national
toupees
team
in
game.
San Diego. Baby.
Exactly. He's got a piece of that company.
on.
He intentionally had the head shaved at that national team game. This has been like a year. This has been a year in the making.
This guy's like Kaiser Soze, dude. He's been building this for years.
Exactly.
Send him the
Do not
link.
fall for this.
Someone send him the link. Get that thing on here.
What a genius.
I think next year
Gordo,
you
what
have
are you
to
doing
have
for your
an edge
birthday,
up.
bro?
I'm working, buddy. I'm working. I'm jumping on this podcast, trying to make these guys famous. That's all I got, dude. Tomorrow, me and Bobby we're golfing 36 holes. It's been an annual thing, so that's all we're doing. But today
You guys are just gonna play 36?
we're gonna play 36. Yeah,
We're gonna cut it
That's it.
short.
Jesus Christ.
There's not a
be
human
nice.
being on the planet who has a better swing and a worse shot than Kyle Martino.
Oh,
It is. If you just see him take a couple practice swings, you're like, this guy's about to whoop my ass. He can't even hit the ball.
Last time I played with McGee, we like rushed to meet his dad like on hole 4. And my
On
first,
hole 4?
like I drove the ball, just sculled the shit out of like a 4-iron. And then went on my next shot and I was so fucking nervous. I whiffed the first one and didn't calm down after that. I whiffed the second one and just picked it up. And I was like, go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
So
Sammy!
What's up,
lad?
Sam Cronin.
Dude, Sam, are you in the car with Gordo right now? Are you in the back seat? Where you at?
Hey, so last year, my lovely wife, she scheduled a parent-teacher conference on my birthday. and me and Bobby went and played 36, and I knocked on my own front door at like 10 minutes before the conference, and I didn't even remember my own name, and I said, and I was like, I'm ready for the conference, and she didn't find that too funny, to be honest.
No,
So
Weird.
my
So
my
we
ex my ex loved it when I did that.
yeah. It's one way to get divorced, boys. If anybody's listening
Yeah.
out there,
You want the short path.
yeah.
I love it.
Martino,
Well,
are you
Gordo,
back?
hey, I love you. I
back?
gotta hop. I love you to death, brother. Happy birthday. Few better people on planet than you, man.
I love you, buddy.
Love
Thanks
all
for
you guys.
hopping on.
Good to see
Kyle,
everyone's
cheers
face.
for hopping
Big
on, man.
Kyle. Love you, homie.
McGee, come on. What you got? What you got for Gordowski? You were gonna
Oh,
say
so
something.
they were asking me for like a birthday story, and I just the first thing that comes to mind is nothing to do with his birthday, but Gordon and I become teammates, and I'm looking at him, and here's this like tall, handsome, charismatic dude. He's got a huge,
fuck off, McGee.
huge heart, and I'm just thinking to myself, this guy's got it all. So like, a couple days go by, and he says, Rome wasn't built in a year, and I'm like. That doesn't sound right, but all right. So then we're doing finishing like a week later, and he's like, you missed 80% of the shots you don't take. And I'm like, that's not the saying either. So like a week goes by, and he's like, don't judge a book, by it, just don't judge a book. And I'm like, I think it's don't judge a book by a cover. So I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. This guy is a fucking idiot. No, truth is, he's not an idiot, and he's I fucking love him, and he's one of those guys that anybody's good when things are easy, but Gordo's the best, and when things hit the fan and things aren't going right, he's the guy you want around him. So that's about the most shit I can give him today.
Oh, it's the best.
Gordo, we love you, man. Happy birthday.
Love you guys. This is a good
sir.
surprise. AJ, you want to say anything, or just like do what you've done your whole career and just like sit in the background and let Omar be the star?
No.
No, I was gonna say you probably scored the most goals against me in your career. So
I did, dude.
What
You
a
are-
bully you were in training.
they're
and
they're
the
all
game.
headers.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing with your feet ever.
I know. I just remember the reason I love AJ is I used to fuck with him. I used to at practice, I used to pin him up, post him up, and I'd be like, pass me the ball. I got AJ on me.
And I couldn't get out of that.
I'd be on the fucking near post, and I'd peek behind me, and Gordo's got you pinned, and he's waving his hands. Fucking hit me right here.
The only chance I got.
My favorite Gordo story about the pod is he calls me drunk one night. I don't know when it was. It was last year, I think. And he was feeling our pod. We were crushing it. We had a good episode. He's like, dude. He's like, I'm watching Pat McAfee right now, and just the banter he's got with his boys, and like, we gotta be like that. Like, we gotta be like them, like College Game Day. Like, we gotta bring those vibes. I'm like, yeah, dude, I agree. You're only talking about like the most successful TV personality on the planet right now. But let's do that. Let's for sure do that with you and Gargs having full-time jobs, all three of us having full-time jobs where we don't get paid. Let's definitely do that.
Yeah.
Let's be McAfee, dude. I love it. And I was like, dude, I love your optimism. Your optimism is admirable.
If you got this whole squad on the Zoom in a studio, I think we could do it. We could shock the world.
We could shock the world.
Where's that? Where are we doing that at? You want us to do it in Denver?
2026
No,
For your
World Cup,
birthday?
man.
Vegas?
Florida.
There's got to be an opportunity around the amount of soccer that's coming into this ecosystem over the next 10 months. You got to think that. I wouldn't be shocked.
An in-person megapod?
Yeah, an in-person roundtable. Why not? I mean, like the amount of people that care about soccer right now is at an all-time high. The amount of like actual informed opinions of what we're looking at right here, which is Americans that give a shit about the sport and care about both the league and the players that are in it and U.S. men's national team. I mean, everybody here has a cap outside of me, right? Sammy, you have caps? A cap?
Oh, that
Mike,
no.
I think
You
Mike
caps?
Mike got called in. I was in a
You got
January
sick.
camp with Mike. But you never got a cap, did you,
Dude,
Mike?
I almost got a cap when I was 20, and then my leg fell off, and then I almost got another one when I was like 40, and then somebody
Someone
What
spiked you,
happened?
dude. Someone spiked you.
somebody
Who was
spiked
it?
my drink. I don't
Are
know.
you serious?
I told the whole locker
McGee,
room
that makes
my
me
drink
feel
tastes
better,
funny.
dude. That makes me feel better about my life. If you don't have a cap and you're still the man that you are, I'm okay. I'm
Right,
okay.
think
with
about-
where
I
I'm
couldn't
at
believe
then.
it.
Think about all the losers that have caps, and then think about the guys that don't have caps. I think we're in better company.
Hey, baby.
like I could rattle off some absolute losers that
I'm
have.
actually,
I
I'm
think
good,
there's-
dude. McGee, we're
think
on the
there
same
was-
team, man. I'm
think
with
there
you
was-
on that one.
I think there was one year where Gordo had more caps than he did starts for the Quakes, bottom
Dude,
bottom feeder Quakes.
I was the only one who was like on his side. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is he doing there?" I'm like, "Just watch, just watch. You just got
Just watch. He's got a long throw in. Check it out.
Why
Just
wouldn't
get out of his
teams?
way.
Watch
Why
the
wouldn't
last
teams
10
have a
minutes.
guy that just can come dunk at the end? I think it was a good move.
There was a time I had
You banged a couple of goals, didn't you, Gordo?
no, I got an assist, but there was a time I literally retired from soccer from my first time retiring, and I got called into the national team after that. So like it could have been my last call-in of all time if I didn't retire 3 times. They're
So
like,
you
"We're just
pulled
gonna
a
bring
he
you
pulled a
in."
Landon before Landon.
Exactly.
Gordo, who was that assist against? It was in the Gold Cup, wasn't it?
No, qualifier.
World Cup qualifier against
Qualifier.
Antigua Barbuda.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
Powerhouse.
Yes. Tell
Yeah.
me about that play.
Okay,
Is
so
that a country? What'd you say?
yeah, it's an
It's
island.
two countries.
I don't know if islands are countries, but I think it is. So all I remember it is a downpour. I mean, it is sloppy out there. It's my second time Jurgen calls me in, and I didn't bring any studs, and guys were slipping all over the place. And he looks at the bench, and he's like, "If you don't have studs, you're not getting in the game." And I just like tuck my feet behind the bench, and I'm just like, "Oh shit!" Like I have no studs. And then like he didn't check my cleats, and he calls me in, and I'm running out there. I'm like, "Just don't slip. Just don't slip. Whatever you do." And ball just got played to me, and I was scared, so I just like clipped it back post because I didn't want to do anything else. And Eddie Johnson jumps up, out of the gym, heads it home. Chirundolo comes over to me to give me a high five, and I was so excited I missed his hand, and I poked him right in the eye. So he couldn't see the rest of the game. he's like Gordo, like, what are you doing?
Oh, that's great.
You gotta play that video with that soundbite right there.
That's great, dude.
Slow it down for us.
Thanks, AJ. Ad work.
That's right. That's your boy Gordo right there.
That's your boy
That is.
Gordo. Hey, McGee, you did you watch either of the U.S. games this past week?
No, I watched like 5 minutes of it, maybe. I
Okay.
saw that it was on. Why? What's the next question?
No. We've been on this like kind of rotating topic of is Pochettino going to figure it out? And by all accounts, I didn't watch any minutes of any of the games, but I have been getting a countless amount of texts being like they look so much better, all this shit. And I'm just curious. I've been on the one side of the fence. Dax and Gordo have been on the other side of the fence as not really believing. I've been saying I think Pochettino's going to figure it out because he's a world class.
Figure what out?
Figure the roster out. Figure this out before 2026.
Dude, we've watched this team for like 6 years. It feels like, and they haven't done anything cool or like great. So you think they're just going to figure it out in a couple months?
So I think that my opinion is I think they're going to show up for the World Cup. I think that it's going to be such an overwhelming and emotional experience for these players that seem to be very robotic in a lot of ways, but I don't think that they're going to be able to miss this experience. And
what about the guys in the other team?
It's going to work.
Is it a good experience for them too?
They're not Americans, Mike. They're not on their soil.
They're not American.
Dude, like Gordo's an
For
American.
Mexico and Canada.
Gordo's an American.
If we run into Mexico and Canada, we may have
don't feel like
problems.
Americans.
Everybody else, I think we're going to be okay. That's my opinion.
Everybody else just gonna be complaining about the heat again.
So do you guys?
Do you think the American fans will fill the stadium more than the other team on home soil for a World Cup?
Depends
That's
on
a
the
fair
opponent.
question.
Depends on the opponent.
To be honest, I haven't thought
Have
about
we
that.
seen that?
What do you think? What do you think,
World
Omar?
Cup.
I mean, just going back to how everyone was before this camp this summer, everyone was like, Pochettino's not going to figure it out.
Right.
And then you get to this camp and they have 2 decent games and they finish the last one against Japan. So it's looking better and everyone's feeling better about it. And it's, getting a couple results just changes everything. And it,
Shut up,
just
Omar.
feels better.
Shut up. Dude,
Omar's been practicing in his roundtable media bullshit, dude.
Omar was on with the alternate broadcast.
Dude,
what
we
were you
all-
doing?
we
With
all-
my old
hey.
coach. He was
I'm
out there
not
with Juan
fooling
Pablo Angel and Gonzalo
Dude,
Pineda
the Omar
and,
media training
Max
campaign
Brentos.
has officially
Oh,
begun.
God.
Holy shit.
That is
Sam, cut that out, Sam.
disrespect. I'm just watching Mikey's face when you're talking. That's such disrespect, dude.
Omar, you got any real opinions? Or
Omar, the company man. There he
Dude,
is.
I almost let him finish. I almost, dude. He lives down the street from me. I could see him pacing outside of his house.
Oh, he doesn't live. He doesn't live in your basement anymore.
I was like, please don't
he
call
moved
me.
out.
Please don't call me. Please don't ask me to name 3 players on this team because I couldn't.
It's a great house, though. It's a great
It
house.
is a great house. He's trying to show it off.
That's
for
why he
sure.
stepped outside. He was like,
That sure
Really
is.
good. AJ, what do you think, man? What you a believer in the team or no?
I don't
Is
watch.
Guam in the tournament?
I don't.
Shut up. Yes, you do. I know you watch more soccer than
Yes.
any of us. Get
You're
out
a
of my
soccer
face
guy.
right now.
To be fair, I watched the game the other day a little bit, and at halftime I turned it off because I was like, "Who in here is gonna take charge of this team and be like the enforcer?" Because they were just getting punked around, honestly. And
I was AJ. I was thinking in this game, in this moment against Australia, where's Kyle Beckerman? Like,
Dude,
where's
dirty.
a guy who's gonna put his on the table and be like, this ain't happening anymore. Chris Richards kind of came out after the game and said something, but
yeah, but after
come on,
the
guys.
game.
Yeah, I know. Come on, let's go. We had James Sands get his ass kicked. You had Pulisic leave with an injury after getting kicked. I agree with you 100%, AJ. I was upset
turn it
about
back
that.
on.
And to push back on Dan a little bit, I think me and Gordo were on the same page. I never thought Pochettino was getting fired. I thought it was always going to be they're riding with him through the World Cup. Just hasn't been that impressive. I side with McGee. It just hasn't really been that impressive. I will give him credit. The formation change helped. I'm not towing some company line. The formation change, the team looks a little bit better. I think you get more of your best players playing to their strengths, but I don't know, man. Just not playing in any real games in the lead up to the World Cup, Dan, I think it's going to be hard to just flip a switch and just be like, all right, we're in the biggest tournament of our lives. Let's just do it. Just lead with a bunch of friendlies.
Dude, doesn't the entire soccer world owe Berhalter an apology? Everyone was blaming him.
Yes.
I actually think he was holding the team together, and he was hiding. He was taking all the blame. He was letting everyone hammer him. Never said a word. And I say this to Greg, and he's never admitted it. I'm like, dude, your team sucked. And he never, dude. And he never.
I was there. He did say it to him,
dude. And he was there, and he always just sticks up for him. And he's just a great pro and a great dude. And he always took the blame. And now here comes Pochettino, and the team's just worse. And it's I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this, but
no, you said it. No, that was good.
I said it. Thanks.
Yeah,
Greg.
you said it. That was good.
Thank you.
Said it all, man.
I actually think it's a fascinating difference between Greg, who I think you're right. I think he really cultivated this special culture within the team. But I also think he probably let some of the players get away with a little bit too much. I think they got complacent. I don't think there was enough competition in Greg's team. And I think that's why they kind of fell off a little bit towards the end of his tenure. And now Pochettino is the complete opposite. Pochettino's the opposite. I think he's chopping and changing so much that no one feels safe. Yeah, no one feels safe, but also it's hard to get a rhythm if no one's getting consistent games back to back.
You also got to remember Greg played all these guys as kids. So now all these guys have developed into probably the best they've ever been. And they're worse. So
you're right. You're totally right. There has been a regression for some of these guys, no question about it.
So here's the other question that I think we probably disagree on. I feel like October to June is still a significant amount of time where I don't think that everybody feels that way. Do you guys feel like
you're framing it the wrong way. It's not October to June. It's how many camps do you have?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
How many games?
You have 3 camps?
Within the
Was
space.
it
Within the
6
space.
games within 3 camps? What is it? 6
You
games
might have
left?
you might they might have
They'll
on the
play
field
10
together.
games. I think they'll play 10 games, right?
No.
No, they only have
not
7.
not sanctioned games, but they'll play 10 games.
I think they're gonna have give or take 35 to 40 days on the field together before the World Cup starts.
All right, so then let's work backwards. Do you think that Pochettino hasn't seen enough of this group to actually put together a group that's competitive and makes some type of run in the World Cup?
They can
At this point,
they can absolutely make a run.
What's a successful run, though?
that's a good question.
Quarterfinal.
At least.
Quarterfinal would be the best we've ever done, right?
Tied for the best.
Yeah,
No, the
Right.
tie 2002 what was that?
South in Korea, right?
Wait, we're
that's
not going to talk
quarterfinals.
about AJ blurting out at least. We need at least the quarterfinals.
I know, right? What are the
least.
expectations here?
They're going to the. You think they're going to the final?
No, I said at least would be success was the quarterfinals. Like you have to at
My
least.
mindset with
I
the men's
gotcha.
national team right now is I'm a little bit still pessimistic about their chances, but with the also realization that if you have all your best players fit and healthy and they get an easy group, yeah, why couldn't they make a run? Of course they could.
I go back and forth because we're right now. So after these 2 games, just the things that I've read, we're applauding this team for actually like showing that they give a shit, which is
For actually
crazy.
putting effort and getting,
Now, but here's the other side of it. Up
They're
until
gonna
this
figure it
point,
out.
up until this point, they haven't done that. So like it is a new shade of what the group is.
Well,
Is it not?
Dan, I think that's because the World Cup's coming up, so these guys are trying to make the team. I don't think you're seeing like, yeah, but it's no different with any other team they're going to play against. Like,
But Mikey,
Here's what
I hear you, but no other team is playing in front of their fans on their own country's
Yeah.
soil. So like all this shit that we've said is all valid. I'm not discrediting any of that, but you do have a group of what we've asked for, which is Americans to actually care about being an American and putting an American jersey on. And
yeah,
now,
wouldn't you think they'd be playing like a lot harder and it'd be a lot more evident?
so
now
you
trying
would.
to make a spot.
You would, and you and I not having a cap, I would have
Yeah, I gotta
broken
shut up,
every
right?
single bone on in my body. Yeah, right. But like, also, I've seen the other side of this, or at least I feel like I see the other side of this. Like these guys they are working their asses off every single day as a soccer player now in a different way than we ever did. Like the amount of like games, travel, commitment, media, everything that they're doing, I think that playing for your national team in these bullshit exhibitions, and I'll call them bullshit exhibitions and bullshit competitions, I think takes a toll on your mental state. Doesn't matter what jersey you put on. I think that's how I'm viewing this, because I can put it into a professional lens from a professional club. We got to this point, all of us, at the end of our careers, where there were more competitions. We kept asking the questions: why are we playing in this? What does this actually mean? What is it for? And I think the national team is getting to that place. I think they're getting to that place where they just keep creating shit that isn't necessarily actually valuable.
Here's what I see. I see a lot of guys like Tim and Landon specifically, a lot of other guys that were really critical on them. And now they're trying to like find anything not to be the bad guys. Right?
Exactly.
They're like, oh
That's
yeah,
true.
this was a lot better. This was great. Like, no.
well, because they were called
not,
evil.
Not really. Not really. Just
Yeah,
think
that was
through
crazy. That was crazy, Omar.
Yeah.
Gordo, did you watch the
take.
games?
I went to the game.
You went to the game. So what's your take? Is it any
I-
better?
I almost fell asleep, dude.
So it's not any better. It wasn't any better.
I almost. It's less about U.S. soccer than it is modern.
Not
day
that that's
soccer.
any different than any other fucking game you go to.
It is, dude. Like you have possession, and then I'll have possession, and let's see what we could do with it. Like, dude, just like hit it direct, have somebody flick the ball on, and Mike McGee will sneak in behind somebody and score a goal. Like, just like do something.
I'd love to see Gordo's youth teams. I'd love to see him coaching his kids.
Bro, take it back to the basics. We got too complex. I mean, like, just bang somebody, kick it long, and like compete. I don't know.
Dude, that's how we scored. Dude, that's how we scored our second goal against Australia. Was it not? Christian Roldan.
I wasn't watching. I was
Christian Roldan, long ball over the top.
Drinking.
I was drinking.
Of course you were.
Gordo,
Omar, Chris Armas. What a match.
Omar and I coach Mikey, my son's team, and you love the way we coach, dude. It's lump it, it's hunt. I tell these kids like 6 times a game.
Always.
It's just sprint. And
probably so effective.
The amount of times I tell a kid, I'm like, dude, you're boring me. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I don't care what you do. Go nuts. Like, go kick somebody. Go shoot. Go punch your little brother in the stands. Do anything. Like, we're all out here. Stop boring.
And most of the time, we're not even saying words. We're just barking at these kids. We're just barking at them. And they're
you got IVs of Red Bull on the sideline.
Pumping you're telling 9-year-olds you're boring me. That's amazing.
Gordo. And by the way, they love it. And
of course they do. They respond. Absolutely.
I have literally been on all fours in a U9 team and telling them, I want you to be like dogs. And I'm like pretending to attack them. Like that's what I do.
I'll tell you what. What a way to start a statement. I've literally been on all fours at a U9 game.
I could see that.
Add that to the list, Mikey.
Yeah.
Omar, before we get you out of here, dude, are you making a run in the playoffs or what? What are we doing? What's Chicago doing?
We're making a run, baby. Of course we're making a run. I think we're getting hot at the right time. So of course we're gonna make a run.
Decision day, baby. Decision. What do you guys got to do? You got to win and get help or what?
No, we're in it. We're in it.
Oh,
it's just now about getting out of that play-in game. So,
all right, Omar, I got a question for you.
If we win, Nashville plays Miami.
Yep.
I think we can win or tie and still jump up and get out of that play-in game.
Nashville can qualify as the 4th seed if they beat Miami, or they can fall into the play-in game, which is if they lose, which is crazy. All right, Omar, Philip Zinkernagel, MLS Best 11, yes or no?
Yes, say yes.
Definitely got to be. I mean, this guy's
Zinkernagel is a real player, dude. This guy is a player, Gordo.
This guy's breaking records for Chicago.
This guy's a player, man.
Left foot,
right foot. Guy's a baller.
Right foot, he's left foot. He's anything.
I got
50-50 shot, dude.
This guy's got assists. This guy's got goals. He's got everything.
I tell you what. That's why people come to listen to the pod. Gordo's knowledge about
Gordo's face lit up when he heard the word Zinkernagel.
Zinkernagel. It's his new favorite player.
This is bullshit.
Oh my god. AJ, who do you got? You buying Omar or what?
Come on.
AJ's in Charlotte, dude. AJ's buying the Charlotte boys.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Omar. If you guys make it,
what kind of answer is that, AJ?
Omar,
we're looking for at least for like a couple words, not a bunch of noises.
He's done. He's done. Omar, if you guys make it, I will have McGee buy me a ticket out to Chicago, and I'll stay on his couch.
Wow!
And I will go to the playoff game.
Game, and you got to recreate the photo. You got to. I know you guys talked about this in the last
with the lotto boot.
You got to bring it back.
That would be scary these days.
With a lotto boot. That's a good shout.
Omar, are you playing it? Wait, let's get it on the pod. Omar, if you retire, are you playing in TST with Gordo and I and Gargs? Dax was 50-50. AJ's with some weird team. We don't even talk
I'm out
about.
there.
AJ's doing some voodoo shit, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on with AJ.
Are we signing you all?
Sneaky Fox, baby.
We got
Sneaky FC. Let's go.
We got Zala in the house.
Nah, we dropped out, bro.
Getting too expensive.
Yeah, it's fucking way too expensive.
When you do a 2-month training camp, dude, I'm sure it's expensive.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Gordo, I just want to say happy birthday. I love you, man. And, just to get soft on you guys, but I just want to give you your love because just watching you work when I was a younger player, seeing you, how you handled yourself in the locker room, showing up every day to training, even through pain, going out there, working hard, and just how you brought everyone together. You could joke with the older guys, you could joke with the younger guys, and it was really impressive. As I've ventured into this part of my career, I know how hard it is, and I just want to give you your flowers. I love you, bro, and I just want to wish you the best birthday.
What
I
a
love
guy.
you, Omar.
What a
Thank you.
tribute. What a tribute.
Thank
Omar
you very much.
Gonzalez hopping
All
on the
right.
pod 2 days
Nice to see
before
everyone.
a big decision day game. Good
Hey,
seeing
good
you
luck.
all.
Good luck with the rest
this
of the
weekend.
run, Omar.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
The last one of this ragtag old bunch of guys that's still playing.
Can we just go at any time here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, bro. You hop in, you hop out.
He's
whatever.
like, if I
I
would have
would've
known
did this
that,
30
I would've
minutes
been out
ago.
15 minutes ago.
I love you, Gordo. I'm out of here. AJ,
See you, McGee. Thanks for hopping on, brother.
Dax, love you,
AJ,
boys.
see you, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks
boys.
for hopping
See you,
on.
dude.
Happy birthday, Gordo, man.
Thanks,
Good
AJ.
boys.
MLS Decision Day, you guys, we've all been a part of it. It's a lot of fun. I'm pumped for it this year because there's actually some significant storylines. Philadelphia Union running away with the Supporter Shield, which I don't know if anybody really predicted that. That is a pretty powerful statement. They also lost Quinn Sullivan last week to an ACL, which is a big piece for them. That's heart and soul of the group. Also a ton of output. But they got some talent. They still have. I think a lot of people picked them to be a significant piece of this playoffs. There's still some time to figure out what that complexion is going to look like. But the Western Conference for me is really the big question mark because Vancouver is in pole position. San Diego still in a pretty good spot. You got some significant storylines with their, let's chat Vancouver. Let's start there. Dax, I want to ask you, are they your favorite to come out of the Western Conference to be on the top of the heap, or is it still LAFC?
Vancouver is my favorite to win the West right now. In terms of regular season pole position,
safe.
I'm giving the edge to LAFC to come out of the West.
Really? Okay.
In MLS
Even
Cup.
with the way that Vancouver's been playing.
Vancouver's been excellent, and Vancouver's been excellent all year. I love what Jesper Sorensen has done. I think he's an easy top 3 Coach of the Year candidate, no question about it. And it wouldn't surprise me if Vancouver made a run to MLS Cup because they have depth, they have quality, they have match winners. Thomas Muller has been excellent the last couple of weeks. I just see the top level of LAFC being a little bit higher, and LAFC is in amazing form right now, like insane. But Bawanga and Son are the most dangerous partnership in Major League Soccer right now, and I'm not betting against them. But even then, their backline and defensively, they are elite. They are one of the best teams in MLS defensively. They have like 3 or 4 clean sheets in the last month. They're just really well balanced. And Steve Cherundolo, let's be honest, he's leaving. He's gone at the end of the year. There's a little bit of a win one for the Gipper vibe for LAFC going on here. So Vancouver and LAFC are close. I just give the edge for an MLS Cup run to LAFC a little bit.
That's fair.
Can we just say this? And I trust Dax. Dax is more in tune with the pole positions as far as teams are concerned. But can we just say this and say how lovable this guy Mueller is? Am I falling in love with this guy? How cool is
he's great. He's like
the been
German. You're right, Gordo.
To this team, dude. What he's doing with Berhalter and their little love affair in every interview, and what he's done to the club, and he's super honest in all of his interviews. He's spot on, dude. He is spot on, and I'm gonna say, dude, I'll put my hand up. I didn't think he was going to be that influential. It's very hard. And he reminds me of Bosty. Bosty was that way with us. Was he not?
Yeah, he was.
He was, dude. And to be in a locker room with a superstar of that magnitude, this guy has is he leading the World Cup race in goals? He's up there anyway.
He's in the top 3 or 4 of all time World Cup. Yeah.
And he's just embraced it. He wants to win. He wants to be part of the culture and do all the things. And I think it's I think it's truly special, dude. And every time he's on the interview, I'm listening, dude.
He's got a great vibe about him, Gordo. I agree, and I compared him recently on the YouTube show that MLS does called This Is MLS. I compared him recently to Schweinsteiger in terms of just impact in the locker room. Different players, but similar personalities. Basti was a lot goofier than I think we expected. You know, like you think of a German superstar. And you just think,
no offense. Like, can I jump in here, Dax? Like, sure. Germans are goofy.
But that's not generally like. I think the general. I think the general. I think the general thought of Germans, especially as I relate it to like the footballers, the soccer players, is they're very focused. Regimented. They're very regimented. They're a little bit more reserved and just like uber focused on the task at hand, and then like. Don't really make splashy headlines off the field. Like really just like eat, sleep, breathe soccer pretty much 24/7. But then you get them into the locker room and like Basti showed us, they have a side to them that's just they just want to hang out with the boys and they just want to be one of the lads. And I think that's so cool about what Muller has done. He's come in and he's just really like taken over that locker room and bonded them together in a way where I think they were close already, but he's just added so much to that. So I don't know. That's the way I think of a German.
Yeah, well, I do too. Well, that's the last thing I'll say, Guards, is like, when's the last time I really cared about Vancouver?
Yeah,
I love that they're relevant.
Never.
Totally.
I do like that.
He is making them likable and relevant, and that's why they probably have my vote if I'm going to pick between them. LAFC's got all the stars. You know, I'm probably going to root for Vancouver to come through with this.
Yeah, they're a feel-good story.
You know what's
interesting? Good story.
Even though Son is the same way.
Yeah, Son Heung-min is a lovable story too, and he's amazing. Like he is right now. He's just as lovable, if not more so, with what he's doing. But we also have. I probably agree with you, Dax. I think LAFC is a more complete roster. I think that they have probably the pole position to win in the playoffs because they've been there. Berhalter's been there, or not Berhalter. Sorry. Stevie Cherundolo has been there. So like you have a group that's battle tested, but I do just love what Vancouver's doing. And you can't discredit the fact of winning the Western Conference and what that makes you feel heading into the playoffs. That's real. But I don't know. I go back to like you guys are talking about Basti. I played with Arne Friedrich in Chicago, World Cup vet, who like was everything that you're talking about on the field. As soon as he stepped off the field, he was just a playful guy that wanted to be a part of the group. And when you bring a dynamic like that in where it is super high level on the field, but then you change the complexion of the locker room and you take some of the intensity off of where we can get to in this time of year, that's how valuable is that? Like when your best players can go out and play at their best and then also walk into the locker room and be level-headed and be, joyful and just kind of messing around and take a little bit of the edge off, that's incredibly powerful. And I think both of those groups have it. I wanted to ask, before we move on from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference, do you think Seattle is the outside dark horse, or do you have a different opinion outside of anybody in there? Is it San Diego?
The West?
Is it Minnesota? What do you think?
I've loved San Diego the entire time that they have been playing this year. They're just really special, and I love what Mikey Veras has done, but the playoffs is a different beast. They've hit a little rut in the last couple of weeks, and they just haven't been quite at their best. I think the West is won by one of three teams: LAFC, Vancouver, or Seattle. It's going to be one of them as a representative out of the West. And before we go to the East, I mean, I can't think of how different the East is than the West right now, because I think the East is wide open. I think the quality in the East, 1 through 9. If you were to tell me that Columbus, Chicago,
how about Columbus in the
if you were to tell me that Columbus, Chicago was the play-in game, whoever wins that game playing against Philly, no disrespect to Philly because they've earned the right to host. That is a tough opponent in round one.
You're
really
sitting
tough.
in Philly. You're not thrilled about that.
You don't want to play either of those teams. And then you look down the line. NYCFC has had a great year. Underrated. Nashville, Open Cup champs. Great year. Dangerous players in the attack. Miami, Charlotte. Like, there's just a lot of really good, well-balanced teams in the East. It's a toss-up, man. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. the Western Conference before. Well, no, let's finish that up. Let's go. Let's go to the Eastern Conference. Gordo, Philly wins the Supporter Shield. They lose Quinn Sullivan. They have a pretty deep and talented group, to be fair, with players coming off the bench. You got Cincinnati and you got Miami chasing them. You got the depth that Dax is talking about. Is there a pole position for you in terms of you feel confident, as in like this is the team that I would maybe expect to come out of it, or are you taking the whole entire field?
No, I mean, you got to take the field, and you almost feel like it's that. I mean, that the playoff race has been solidified for weeks on the East Coast because there's half of them are that much better than the rest, and probably half of the West. You almost feel bad for a team like Philly because you know what's going to happen. They're going to run into Columbus or a Chicago that may have not had the run they had in the regular season, but this is where the MLS has historically become super dangerous. You know, I won a couple of supporter shields and we lost in the playoffs because those teams are just as good, and you got guilty several times with the Red Bulls, and it's almost a harder run if you have.
It's a different season. It is a different season.
It's a different season, right? And so there's going to be some shakeup. There's no way you can pick the top seeds, just to run through the conference. It's not like the NBA. It's going to be a grind, and sometimes, how are they doing the playoffs? Have they shook it up? Is it one?
It's the same as last year. So you have the play-in game at the 8 seed, and then you have one game, and then you have the first round is a 3-game series. So
3-game series is
best of 3.
We saw how it was.
Saw it with Atlanta.
It's so hard. The 3-game series is so hard.
It's awful. And so, there's going to be a lot of shakeup. And so, I mean, dude, all these guys can come out. It's hard to just pick one.
I feel like the 3-game series really kind of nullifies the better team.
I do too.
I genuinely believe that. Like, give me a 1 game and just be the best. But over the course of 3 games, man, like you almost develop relationships within the game of who you're playing against because you keep seeing the same faces, and you're like, all right, man, this is a personal battle, and I'm taking it personally, and it doesn't have anything to do with how good you are. It's pretty wild. Let me give you a binary question. Dax, I'll give it to you first. You're taking the field on the Eastern Conference and three or four out of the Western Conference. Are you taking the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference to win MLS Cup heading into the playoffs?
Still taking the East.
East.
Still taking a team out of the East.
Even this could be a 3-game series. It could be a play-in game, a 3-game series, a 3-game series. You're still taking them to win MLS Cup in a single one-off. That could be a Western Conference breeze for somebody.
I still am. I still think the East is more battle tested than the West. I just think that they've beat up on each other all year, and I do think home field advantage matters a lot. And so, if you ask me, like if NYCFC makes some miracle run to MLS Cup, but they come across a higher seed with more points in the West, if it's NYCFC that has to go to LAFC or Seattle, I mean, I'm going to change my answer. But again,
you can't change your answer, dude. You get one or the other.
Again, I think that a really strong team is going to come out of the East, and I'm still sticking with the Eastern Conference team.
Gordo, who are you taking?
I'm taking LAFC to be completely just.
Wow.
I don't know what binary is. I only know what non-binary is due to social conversations these days. But if I'm gonna choose something. I'm going to choose LAFC FC. Is that a thing? Because I think it's just going to be Cherundolo's perfect ending, and I hope it is, dude, because he's done a phenomenal job there, and he's been hurt several times in several finals. So they're my rivals, but I hope it ends well for him. And they show me everything that can be really, really dangerous in the playoffs is 2 guys that are arguably the 2 most dangerous guys in the league right now.
Steve Cherundolo, MLS Cup champion, rolling that straight into U.S. men's national team manager after the 2026 World Cup.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it. I don't think so. I think
No?
I think he wants to be in Germany. I think he wants to be with his family, and I know he could live
Can
there.
he do that?
He
Isn't that
could.
like the ideal scenario?
He could, but I think he would. I think he would want to live and coach in Germany. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
fact or not. What do you think?
I'm
What do you
taking
think,
Western
Darks?
Conference. I'm taking Western Conference. And I'm taking Western Conference just because of the vibes. The vibes that we were talking about in the ease that some of these superstars put these teams in with where they're at. Now, obviously the playoffs are hard and none of those three groups, Seattle, LAFC, or Vancouver, will have an easy road to the final. But I do think that the way that they will be able to approach the playoffs and ultimately get to the final is going to be completely different than an Eastern Conference, which is going to be tight. And every single player in those locker rooms are going to be tight because realistically, like when you look at the Eastern Conference setup, there's not a club in there that doesn't realistically think that they should be winning or could be winning an MLS Cup. And that's like a weird expectation. Like you think about Cincinnati. Cincinnati has earned, I think, a different place and a different level of pressure that they now put themselves under, or they have earned to be under, where if they don't win, Cincinnati's disappointed. Like,
Yeah.
and that's a crazy expectation for them because what they won the Wooden Spoon 3 years ago, not that long ago, 4 years ago
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
to the worst club in the league, and now it's like if they don't win MLS Cup, there's a disappointment in Cincinnati, Miami, Nashville, like you're talking about Chicago, Columbus, like Philly, Miami, all of them are sitting in their locker rooms thinking like this is the year or it's not. And I think that's a tough place to get through the playoffs and then ultimately get into the most significant game of your season, potentially of your career. It will be tough for the right Eastern Conference team to get out of the Eastern Conference and then walk into a situation against a potential Western Conference opponent that is in a different place mentally. I'm taking the Western Conference.
Real quick, guys, before we bounce out of here, let's give, because we were delayed, we didn't have a pod last week. Let's give some serious love to a couple retiring legends that we haven't really been able to shout out. It feels like there have been more now than in plenty of years past. I mean, thank God I retired last year and didn't have to do it this year. I mean, Jesus, that would have been brutal.
No one would have cared.
Special shout out to the guys that obviously we don't know, but a couple legends of the game, and Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets. I feel like their careers speak for themselves. I think two of probably the top 3 or 4 players of the generation in their position. Pretty much can't argue with that, I wouldn't think.
Fair.
And then Darlington Nagbe, a guy who I think we all have a ton of admiration for, and Brad Guzan, another guy who we have a ton of admiration for. A couple friends of the pod, a couple just absolute stalwarts in Major League Soccer, in U.S. soccer, couple champions, MLS Cup champions, winners, just really good people, guys that I had the pleasure of being teammates with, either at the club level or national team level. We have to show them their flowers, the Journeymen. Neither of them are probably considered journeymen, but we love them nonetheless.
Yeah, that's a really good shout. What do you think? Sorry, I put myself on mute there. Probably deserved. I've been listening to this commentary around Darlington, and Darlington for me, and I know for Gordo, is an interesting case study. And personally love Darlington. Like I think he's an absolutely incredible player.
Here's the but. Hurry up, dude. I gotta go, but give me the but.
There's not a but. The but is the only but is I've heard people put him on the Mount Rushmore of the top 4 players all time in MLS. And I struggle to
I think he's got the credentials.
I struggle to see it. Who do we got?
Hey,
the boys, they're back. Gordo, are you 23 or 53? I don't know which one you are, but I'll take them both.
A late edition, JD. What's up, buddy? Where we heard you were. Did you land in Chicago? Are you sleeping at McGee's house tonight, or what's going on?
Tomorrow night I will be there. We're at UIC tonight running one of these combine things. So I'm doing these 10 station combines all around soccer and kind of holistic development with the app. You guys know the app. So talked about it last time we were on the show, but now we're launching. So we're doing 5 cities over the next 3 weeks. We just did Green Bay, Chicago's tonight, Milwaukee's Wednesday, then Cleveland and Columbus at the end of the month.
Holy smokes, dude. So did you drive or fly? Did we take the bus?
The RV is currently parked in Canada right now, so we're you know you're in a weird world when it's cheaper to fly and get here than it is to drive in a big van. So that's where we're at. But I think we'll do the West Coast in the RV, and then we'll keep Chi-Town in the vans. I'm in my parents' minivan with my parents, so some things never change.
Love it.
You missed the opening, so to not to bury the lead here, but Gordo on his birthday got hit. Well, we haven't decided if he was hit by somebody else or if he hit somebody else. That's for the authorities to decide. But he was hit by a car. He's been rushing into the office on the pod on the cell phone. It's been an eventful pod, but. Thank you for joining us, JD. We
Great
love
seeing
you,
your face, Jay. What a legend.
Always, brother. It's good to see you. Good to see you guys.
I gotta bounce out of here, brother.
I'll text Gordo and tell him to
Yeah,
get
I
his
love
shit
it.
together.
That sounds about right.
Anyways,
Gordo,
All right. See you.
happy birthday, dude. We love you.
Thank you, buddy.
Gordowski, what a show.
Well, that was a pretty fun episode. We had Gordo's birthday, and man, Gordo, I hate to admit this to you, but you have always been just a special individual to so many people, and for the amount of superstars that we had jump into a podcast on Thursday at 3:30 in the afternoon when we texted them this morning because we're super organized is a testament to how good of a person you are. So keep being a great person. U.S. men's national team, the playoffs, decision day, Western Conference, Eastern Conference. There's a lot here, man, and this league is just getting more and more fun to be a part of. So I love chopping it up with you boys. Appreciate you, Dax. You're doing a phenomenal job on Apple TV. Gordo, you're still an idiot. Doesn't matter that you've gotten 1 year more under your belt. You're no wiser. And we will see you all next week. Journeymen, we are out.